everyone, this is Claudia and I'm with Time for Stamping. Today I wanted to show you a quick card, a nice autumn card made with a new bundle called Autumn Trees, which is an online exclusive. It's actually part of a suite that contains autumn trees, amber autumn, some designer paper, some beautiful ribbon, and some embellishments. But today I wanted to show you this card in particular because if you notice, there is no stamping on the card front. It's all using the dies. I do have one stamp inside, just a simple greeting, Autumn Wishes. A little more light on the situation here. There we go. So let me get started. The card base is Cajun Craze 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. It's just your basic A2 size card, and we're going to do it in the portrait position. My next layer is a layer of crumb cake, which I've embossed with the largest die from the Textured Notes dies. Now, if you do nothing else for yourself, get this die set. It is so pretty. It does come with a stamp set, but these dies are just gorgeous. They have a nice, each one of them has a different kind of embossing edge to them. This one, if you can see that, has kind of just little lines going back and forth. So anyway, this is my first layer. And I'm just going to glue that on. If you don't like using glue, use your favorite tape runner, which is Stampin' Up! Cell Seal. Or I know a lot of people use, Stampin' Up! Uses, Seal. A lot of other people use other of their favorite products, so whatever you like to use. My next layer is a layer of crushed curry. Again, I've die cut it with the largest die from another new set called Branching Out. Again, these have some lovely label dies in it, and you can see it kind of cuts out the corner. It also has, you can't see it very well, but it has a little stitch edging on it. And then I embossed it with a new folder called Gathering Leaves. So that's going to be my second layer. Nice autumn colors right here. We got Cajun Craze, crumb cake, and crushed curry. And then for the tree, let me show you the dies here. This is the Autumn Trees dies. And the tree actually is two separate dies. This one cuts the outline, and this one cuts a very detailed inside of the tree. You have other dies that can be used with the stamps that go with it. And then this one cuts out a whole bunch of little leaves that you can put on your tree. So with that aside, let me show you the tree. As you can see, the pretty details inside. Some of it's embossed, some of it's cut out. So we're just going to go ahead and put this on. Again, I'm just gluing this on. Everything is going to be flat. Makes it easy to mail. And that fits really nicely just inside that crushed curry layer, like that. All right. So the die that I showed you that has a bunch of leaves in it, I've already pre-cut one with Cajun Craze and one with pumpkin pie. So I'm going to layer these on again. And this is kind of a delicate die cut. Once you have these cut, these little leaves are pretty delicate, so just be careful that you don't accidentally tear them apart. Just a few little dots of glue here and there will hold them in place. And putting the Cajun Craze layer on first, like that. And then my next layer, as I showed you, is pumpkin pie, the same dies. We're just gonna put it a little bit askew off of the Cajun Craze so that you see both colors of the leaves showing through, as well as the pecan pie tree underneath. Okay, so here's the pumpkin pie die cuts. And as I said, I'm just going to put this over just a little bit. That way you get the Cajun Craze leaves showing as well. Okay, so there is that beautiful tree, right? Then I've cut, again, this is with the Autumn Trees die set. Has a cute little mama deer and baby deer and some little greenery by her. So I'm using that. I love this little, it looks like cattails there. So I don't want to cut that off, but I don't really need all of this. I just want to put it over the crushed curry portion. So I'm actually, I think I left my craft scissors up there. I'm just going to snip this off here and see if I can carefully snip. Actually, let me try to draw that a little bit so I see where it's at. Okay. Probably is wiser just to put this on here before you actually put it on your card front, but I didn't think that far ahead, right? I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here. Okay, again, just glue it on. A little dab of glue here and there will help this to stick. And putting it right over the base of the tree, as well as the base of the crushed curry there. Then we have that really pretty foil. This is called Earthened Toned Metallic Specialty Paper. And again, it's another new product. It's all of these are online exclusives. Okay, there's the front. If you want to jazz it up a little bit, you got 4 corners here, and you can go ahead and put an embellishment in there. And I'm using yet another new product called Cajun Craze and Gold Dots. They're really pretty in person. I'm not sure it shows up very well on the camera, but I'm just going to put one in each of these corners just to add a little bit of bling to it. If you don't have these on hand, I've made this card and used a product that just retired, the Neutral Sequins. There's a sequin in there that's kind of a bronze color that matches the bronze of the deers very well. Okay, but you can see how that just kind of perks it up like that. All right, so for the inside, now if you want, you could make another layer of crumb cake and cut it with that embossing, or not embossing, the die cut from Textured Notes, or you can just leave it plain. And this is 5 3/8, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So I'm just going to glue this in as a layer. And then I have a layer of Very Vanilla, which is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. And I'm going to use one of the dies, one of the stamps, I should say, from the new Amber Autumn set. It says Autumn Wishes. Just a very simple greeting, and then I can write my own message in there. So I'm just going to put that right there. And I've used Cajun Craze to stamp that. And we'll just go ahead and put this inside. So if you are a person that doesn't like to stamp a lot, but still likes to make cards, this is a perfect card for you. Just one stamp, one greeting. You really don't even have to do that. You could just leave it blank and write your own message. But look how pretty that is. Nothing but dies, die cuts. Pretty, right? Okay, that's your Amber Autumn and Autumn Trees dies. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and tell your friends. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.